These type of videos have been going insanely viral on YouTube lately. I mean, take a look at channels posting this type of video pulling nothing less than 100,000 views per video. Even I, as a video editor, has been paid hundreds of dollars to create this kind of videos. And the reason why this style of videos are doing so much number is simply because of the unique style of animation, the hand-drawn character, and the unique scene setup. If that sounds like a lot, yeah, it's because it is. These videos are not easy to make, unless of course you are watching this tutorial. Because in this video, I'm going to teach you the easiest way to create characters for this type of videos using AI, and I'm going to show you how to animate them in Premiere Pro. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share a folder that consists dozens of these characters, background, sound effects, so you don't have to draw out the characters yourself. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to generate the characters. Normally you need to draw these characters on MS Paint, but I already drew them for you, so you don't have to. When you click on the link in the description, you find a folder. This folder, I put together the head of the characters, basically everything that you need to start making this kind of videos without you having to draw the characters, because to be honest, we are not here to draw, we are here to edit, and not everybody knows how to draw shit. So the AI software I'm going to be using for this is openart, and I'll leave the link down below. If you use my link, you get like 40 credit to get started, but you can use any other AI, maybe like ChatGPT or Gemini's Nano Banana. And the main reason why I'm using this AI software is simply because it has all those AI model in the same place, so I don't have to jump from one website to another website simply because I want to do a simple task. Let's use this head for example. Let's say you don't like this particular character. I already drew it for you, you can make use of it, but let's say you don't like this one, you can just simply say draw a smile, just that's all, and it will change the facial expression to this guy smiling, just like this. If you want to change any other thing, let's say you don't want this guy the way he's looking, you can just say something like make his hair black, or you can just change any facial feature you want, and then after changing that, you can just download it and you start putting together your character. Let's go to putting together our characters. Now we are inside of Premiere Pro, and what we want to do now is put together the character. Again, you don't have to search anywhere, you can just go into the folder that I shared with you, then click on Ctrl I, go into the folder, just check characters. You can just choose any of this character that you want. In this case, I'm just going to choose this guy. This guy looks good, and import the guy. It's already been cut out for you, so you don't have to do anything. So import this guy. Let's scale them up a little bit, and there you go. And then import the head that you just did in openart. In this case, if you haven't done anything, or if you don't want to change anything, you can just go into the folder heads and just select something. But let's say you already made changes to yours, you can just, that one that you made changes to, export it as a PNG and use it in this case. So let's replace this guy's head with this one, and that's all. To be honest, with this animation, the most stressful part is where you have to draw out the characters, but since I've done that for you, it will be very easy. Now just nest these two guys, and then you're ready to use your character. And if we want to do something similar with the animals, you can just go Ctrl I, import animals, and you see there are some animals here that you can use. Here are the eyes of the animal. Let's say I import this guy. The only thing that's different about the animals is their eyes are being drawn out. Obviously you can see this is not the real eyes of a crow. I separated this, I drew this out separately, so I can just add it as an overlay on any animal that I want to use. And if you only need one eye, you can just crop one of the eyes out, so you have this that you can use anytime that you want on different animals. So now for the most important part, the animation. We have the walking animations, walking forward, backward, and passing by. We have the POV animation. This shows the point of view of our character to make the viewers resonate more with the character. We have intense camera shake to showcase anger or intensive moments in our animation. Those are basically the animations that you need to know. If you want to do more advanced animation like blinking animation, hand movements, and stuff like that, you can simply use After Effects. Comment down below if you want me to make an After Effects tutorial on those, but this one will be focusing on Premiere Pro so that people using CapCut and other softwares can find a workaround and do the same thing as we are doing. Now the first thing we want to do is the walking animation. Let's try the walking forward animation. Let me share some tips on how to make this look 3D and this character is actually walking forward, because we could just add a scale keyframe, then scale it forward, and call it a day. But this doesn't look like a walking forward animation at all. This just looks like the guy is growing. So we want to avoid that, and let's just go back to the folder. Make sure you download the folder. It's in the link in the description, or you can just find your stuff yourself if you have the time, but this will save you a whole lot of time. So let's say we go to the background. Let's choose a background. In this case, let me just choose this background, and we scale the background to the composition. Now this is already looking okay, but we don't want to leave it this way. We want it to be obvious that this is a background and this is just a character on the floor. So we want to emulate a real camera. So what we'll do is look for camera blur and just add a little bit of blur to the background. You can add it on an adjustment layer, but I don't like that, to be honest. So you just add a camera blur to the background. Make the camera blur percent maybe like 1 or 2, not too much, so that the background is also visible. Now add a shadow, drop shadow to your character, and there you go. You have a drop shadow on the character. You can just, edit your drop shadow the way you want. Distance and then softness. The drop shadow shouldn't be too much, just a little bit, so that it separates our character from the background. Now to animate this guy walking forward, it's pretty easy. First of all, we want to scale this forward, maybe like, let's say 190, and then go to the effects and presets. Make sure you are using the 2025 version of Premiere Pro. If you don't have the 2025 version, you can just message me on Discord. I'll teach you how to download it for free. Adobe, don't arrest me, please. But you can also just look for this wiggle preset. It's by FL Studio. You can check online FL Studio presets and then download this for your Premiere Pro, any version that you're using. But it's better on 2025 version because there are so much options and it's literally built into the 2025 version of Premiere Pro. So let's see. There's the wiggle FX presets. You add it on your character. So basically what this does is just make your character wiggle around. And this is what we'll be using for camera shake later also, but let's do this working animation first. Now we will go to the effects control. What we want to do is to put the horizontal range on 0 and vertical range, let's just say 1, and this just makes our character move up and down. If you notice on the original animations of this kind of videos, basically the characters are just moving up and down and then walking where they want to go to. It's not like the legs are being animated. So the wiggle speed, let's add something like 200. This wiggle speed is like basically how fast the character moves up and down. If you want it to look like your character is running, you can crank it up to like 400. And if you want it to look like he's just walking, you can put it to like 250 or something. And after creating this, what I usually like to do is to make it a preset so that next time that I want to use it, I won't have to create it all over again. Okay, after doing that, go to the motion, add a scale keyframe, and then scale this guy forward a little bit. So when we watch it again, it looks like he's moving forward, but it's not that interesting. Now remember that we scaled the background forward a bit, so when someone is moving towards you, it looks like the background is getting farther and the person is getting closer. So what we want to do with the background is add a keyframe to the background, and then as this guy moves forward, we just move the background slowly go back to original. So when we watch this again, this actually looks like the guy is moving forward. You can adjust the keyframe. Obviously, this is not the final results. You can just adjust the keyframe the way you want to. You're a video editor, you should know what the fuck to do. So already, this looks like the guy is walking forward. We are done with our walking forward animation. This same thing applies to when you want to do a passing by animation. Instead of using the scale keyframe this time, use the position keyframe. Add a keyframe here. Then just simply drag your guy to the side. When you watch it again, it looks like the guy is moving sideways. Don't add a scale keyframe on the background when the guy is just passing by. It's a different thing. It should look like this, but if you want it to look more dynamic, you can obviously scale your background, add a position keyframe to your background, and when it's moving, you can just move the background with the guy a little bit so it looks like this. Obviously, it's going to be better in your own case. This is just for the tutorial purpose, so you know how it's actually animated. Same applies to walking away animation. So instead of showing the front of the guy, since it's a walking away animation, what we'll do is go into the folder and look for the back of the head of the guy. This one we can use this one. Import this one. And instead of the guy's body facing forward, we can use where the guy is looking away from the camera. So since we've added both, you can just, arrange this, put this guy's head here, so it looks like he's looking away. If you don't want to use this, you really don't have to. You can just use this character facing back, and you don't have to use the head, but it doesn't really matter. What really matter are the faces of these characters. Go back to our main sequence, and then the keyframe is already added, so we are going to remove the keyframe. Then we'll scale this guy forward and position him a little bit down like so. Also, don't forget to remove the keyframe of the background, and then it's easy. Just keyframe the scale from here and then make him just smaller, and make sure you keyframe the position also, because it just looks like it's shrinking down, and you can just keyframe the position to be around like this. So this already looks like the guy is walking away. Then don't forget, add some scale keyframe to the background. This time it would be in reverse, so do this, and it looks like the guy is walking away. That's basically everything about the animation, just showing this character walking from one place to the other, doing something. If you want to add more emotion, then add blinking animation or hand movement. That you have to use After Effects. This is not an After Effects tutorial, I'm sorry. If you want me to make a tutorial on After Effects, make sure you comment down below and I'll do it. So we are done with the working animation. Let's use this scene as an example and say, let's say it's an intensive moment, like something is burning or something intensive is happening. We can simply just add an adjustment layer, say adjustment layer, and same thing, go to the wiggle preset, add the wiggle preset to the adjustment layer, and then you can just edit this preset the way you want. First of all, you can see these black borders from adding the wiggle preset on the adjustment layer. So what we are going to do is to scale this forward a bit so the black border disappears. You can just play around with the controls to get the desired result, but mostly what you just need to adjust is the wiggle speed, so it goes like everything is shaking, like it's an intensive moment. This already looks like this guy is running away. I just need to increase the wiggle speed of this guy also. Wiggle speed, let's crank it up to like 300, so it looks like this guy is running away from something and everything is just intensive. Now when you're setting up the scene, it's obviously more than this. Sometimes you add a moving sky, sometimes you add smoke, fire, thunder. Those are basically the things that you really need in this kind of animations, but this is just to simplify it and to make it clear to you. These are basically the animation. If you want me to make the After Effects tutorial, let me know and we'll go in depth on this, but these are really the simple animations. Let me do the POV animation now. I know that you are not going to watch this tutorial to end, which is killing my retention, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'll do it anyways. I know you are not going to watch it till end. So to do the POV animation, we are still going to use this scene now. Let's imagine there's someone behind this guy looking at the guy from his eyes. You understand what POV means? Don't make me sound stupid. Come on, man. I know you're laughing at me right now. Don't do that. So let's say we add. What we'll do for this one is we'll add color matte, and we'll make sure the color matte is black. Select black, and that's all. We'll add it here. Now everything is just black, don't worry, I know. Now go into the effects control and add an opacity mask. So basically you want to make the mask look like a squinting eye, like this. Yeah, so add the mask, something like this, and just squeeze it like that. Now before you say something like this doesn't look like, I know, shut the fuck up. Now you just need to click on invert. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to calm the fuck down and listen. So what you need to do now is just to feather it a little bit, because when you squint your eyes, you can obviously still see, but it's somewhat blurry. You know what I'm saying? So you just feather it a little bit by increasing the max feather and then squeezing this guy down a bit more. Then what you need to do is just to keyframe the mass expansion, so you can just expand it this way. it already looks like the guy is opening his eye. When you watch it, looks like someone is opening his eyes, but we want to make it look like he's blinking. So click on this to go back to 0, and it looks like it's blinking slowly. That's too slow, so let's make it make more sense. Perfecto. So it blinks slowly, blinks, then open his eyes again. So you just use the mask expansion, crank it up, and perfecto. In this kind of animation, you don't really need easing the keyframe, but there are some things that you need to ease the keyframe so that they make sense and they look good. But this one, you really don't need to ease the keyframe. But if you want to be fancy, you can just select all the keyframe and click on easing. That's all. You don't need to do much. So it looks like someone is looking at this guy running. This is already a good scene. Just looks like they are running somewhere and you are telling the story from the POV of the guy behind this guy running. So yeah, that's basically everything. Make sure you download the stuff below, and see you in the next video. Bye.